Hi Pete.
Hi Jay. Hi everyone.
Hi everyone. We've got our monthly, end of the month, Yoga NIDRA, which is our beautiful restful meditation. So we're going to start in Shavasana, lying on your back, and bringing in a prop underneath your knees, and just have another prop handy. What you use is up to you, whatever you've got at home. You can use a weight bag, a block, if you've got a pillow, just something, bring it handy to utilize in a moment. Slide down on your back. If you've got an eye pillow, feel free to bring that in. If you don't have an eye pillow, a little towel or face wash or something is useful as well over the eyes, just to bring some relaxation. The weight over your eyelids and the darkness too, obviously. It's very relaxing. And for the beginning of this practice, just notice your breath. Notice the quality of your breath. Notice the length. See if you can just draw your entire attention, your consciousness to your breath and the process of breathing. Move away from the distractions of the outside world and into your practice. It takes a resolve, a strong resolve, a commitment. When I notice my mind wanders or becomes distracted, to come back to my breath. That's the key to this practice. The key to this path, this journey of yoga. When the mind is lost, the breath is lost. When the breath is lost, the mind is lost. Intimate connection. You control one, you control both. So we start by bringing attention to it, our awareness to it. And just notice the quality, notice the length. It's from that awareness that we can start to build. We're going to do some diaphragmic breathing. And so that prop, whether it's a little pillow or if you've got a block or if you prefer to use a weight bag, then do that and bring whatever you're utilizing, bring it onto your chest. You might want to bring your hands to your belly as a bit of feedback. Because what we want to do, the prop that you're utilising that's on your rib cage, it's on your chest, you don't want that to move at all. You want to just breathe into your belly. So that's where your hands come in handy for that feedback. You want to feel the belly rise as you inhale, and then the belly fall as you exhale, and the prop that you have on your rib cage, on your chest, is completely still. So you can see it, so you can open your eyes and look at it for maybe 2 or 3 rounds of breath to make sure it's not moving. And then once you've got that control of the diaphragmic breathing, then you can close your eyes and just
Concentrate on that. Prop does not move. Of course, if you don't have a prop, then use one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly, and whichever hand's on your chest, make sure that's not moving. In order for your chest not to move at all, your belly has to rise and fall with your breath. And in order for the belly to do that, your diaphragm has to expand and release. Do 5 more rounds of breath like that. Then whatever prop you've got on your chest, just pop that off to the side once you're finished. And then let your breath return back to normal, back to just witnessing the breath, the quality, the length, and notice the difference. We're going to spend the first sort of half of this practice opening up through the chest and the belly, and then we'll move into our guided nidra, our guided restful meditation. So we're going to start in Supta Baddha Konasana, but utilising the props, bolster or blanket or pillow. So help yourself up. Bring your bolster behind you. Now if you're utilising a blanket, you want the blanket rolled up or folded up so it's running the length of your spine. Same goes with pillows. If you have a pillow, you want it along the length of your spine. If with the bolster you're wedging it at your tailbone, you're leaning back, soles of feet together, knees wide, and then you can bring your arms out wide. We want to open up through the whole front of the chest. If you're like me and you're not a big fan of the extension through the lower back, then utilise a pillow or another prop to lift your hips up off the floor. So then it straightens out the spine somewhat. Arms still go out wide though, so you get that opening through the front of the chest. A little bit of stretch through the belly tissues. Again, if you have an eye pillow handy or a little towel, place it over your eyes for that weight. Soften and again, come back to witnessing your breath. Witness the quality of the breath now in this shape that the body's making. Witness the length of the breath as well. Try not to control the breath too much at this point. Just let it fall naturally. There will be some control as soon as you bring attention to your breath. But just be the witness to it. Remember, distractions, wandering mind means that we lose the breath as well. For this particular Nidra practice, your breath, it's your tool. We're going to utilize the power of the breath to bring the nervous system into a deep state of rest. But as soon as the mind wanders off, gets distracted, we lose the breath. And then we lose the power, the ability to calm the nervous system. So we use this first half of the practice to get present, to get connected to breath. Follow 5 more breaths. Slowly lift the knees up, bring your feet flat to the floor, so bring the hips out of the rotation. If you put a prop underneath your hips, just lift your hips up to slide that out from underneath. And then very slowly help yourself up to a seated position. Use your core, lift your head, and just kind of wiggle yourself forward to bring your bolster further forward. Now if you're not utilising a bolster, you're utilising something else, then you're going to need to just figure this pose out. I'll try and explain it as best I can. You're going to bring your whole bottom into the middle of your bolster, And legs go out long, and yet they'll probably fall out a little bit wide just to make room for the bolster. Now your shoulders come off the bolster and you're at the back of your head. So the top of the bolster is right in the middle of your shoulder blades. Head's on the floor and you're sort of looking up towards your heart space. And then arms can just come down by your sides or whatever's comfortable for you. So what we're aiming for is this prop sort of in the middle of your back, chin tucked. So if you're utilising a blanket, then make, the end of the blanket wedge up in between your shoulder blades. You've got pillows, same thing. Run them along the length of your spine and then let your shoulders come onto the floor above whatever prop you're using. And then close your eyes again. You can utilise a eye pillow or a small towel over your eyes. And again, notice the quality. Notice the length of your breath. Notice throughout any of these poses, if anything comes up for you emotionally, try not to get dragged down into the emotion or the rabbit hole of emotion. Just be the witness. Just notice if there's any discomfort, any fear, anxiety. See if you can just sit with it, just witness it. Just like you witness your breath, as the breath comes in and goes out, you're witnessing the quality and the length. Be the witness for anything else that might pop up. Notice the breath and where you're breathing into. Is it just the chest? Or are you able to breathe into the belly as well, like we did at the very beginning? Again, follow 5 more breaths. Come out of this one, you need to take it slowly. You might want to roll off onto one side, or you can bring your feet flat to the floor, lift your hips up, utilize the weight in your shoulders, and then use your hands underneath to slide the bolster out from underneath. Or if you just sort of slid off the bolster onto one side, then you can sort of help yourself up. We're going to take this in a supported bridge. So you'll bring the bolster back around underneath your hips or whatever prop you're utilising, blanket, even a sleeping bag rolled up is awesome as a bolster. Supports the weight of your hips, legs go long. Now if your legs long isn't suitable, then just bend your knees up a little bit, as much as you need to. Eventually see if you can get your legs to go out completely long, so you feel that stretch through the lower belly, front of the hips. And again, come back to breath. Noticing length, noticing quality, and noticing where you're breathing in your body. Are you able to send your breath low into your belly, like we did with our diaphragmatic breathing? Again, follow 5 more breaths. slowly bring your feet flat so you can lift your hips and slide the bolster out. Bring it forward and underneath your knees, just like that. We've got one more pose before we come into our guided nidra, and that's our supported fish. So help yourself up to bring your prop underneath your rib cage. Bring it behind you. Let it support your rib cage, and make sure your arms, your shoulders are above the bolster. So there's not as far for your head to go back, so your neck's not in as much extension. But if you need to support your head to lift it up, then do that. You want the whole front of your rib cage and that whole thoracic spine, the upper spine, to be supported by the bolster or whatever prop you're utilising. Again, come back to breath. Become intimately aware of it, intimately connected to it. Without trying to change it at this point, just be aware of it, where you're breathing. Simply that awareness will impact the breathing anyway. Follow 5 more breaths. Slowly peel yourself out of it. So engage your core, lift your head, use your elbows, maybe dig them into your bolster. Coming up, bring the bolster back around underneath your knees and lie back down on your back. And set yourself up for our nidra, our guided nidra rest meditation. Bring anything that you need in, blankets, pillows, eye pillows. If you've got weight bags, place the weight bags anywhere but your belly. So you can have it on your hips, your legs, even shoulders if you like, but keep your belly free, because you want to bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your chest. And to start this nidra, we're going to go back to doing our diaphragmic breathing, but we're going to make it a full yogic breath. And so take a really long, slow inhale, fill the belly up first, then fill the chest up. And then on the long, slow exhale, let the air come out of your chest first, let the chest drop, and then the air comes out of your belly, that belly drops. So see if you can really isolate the inhale, belly then chest, exhale opposite, chest then belly. Never any strain when you're working with your breath. It might take you a few rounds to get the coordination of the isolation into the belly, into the chest, out of the chest, out of the belly. Have a relaxed attitude about it. This full yogic breathing is very calming for your nervous system. And so now see if you can start to add in a little pause at the bottom of the exhale. Just for a moment or a beat or two. Allow the next inhale, the draw in of breath, to be really natural, unforced. And just when the body needs to draw the breath in, and exhale that breath out. And at the bottom of the exhale, pause for a moment. And in that pause, feel your whole body relax. Every fibre in your body at the bottom of the exhale is washed with relaxation. Like on the bottom of the exhale, your body is swept with relaxation, with restfulness. Every muscle, every bone, every cell at the bottom of the exhale, that pause from your eyebrows to your toes. washed with rest. Maintaining that full yogic breath into the belly, then into the chest, out of the chest, then out of the belly. Pausing at the bottom of the exhale, feeling the whole body relax. And then drawing the next in-breath in naturally. No force, no strain. Wash out at the bottom of the exhale is washing out any tension that's crept in during the breath in. Maintaining the powerful pattern of the full yogic breath into the belly, then into the chest, out of the chest, then out of the belly, layering it with the held exhale pause to wash out tension. And then we add a third and final layer to this breathing pattern, where we extend the exhale to double the inhale. So if you start to count your inhale as 4, 3, 2, 1, then control the release of the exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause to take in the next inhale when it feels naturally ready and comfortable for you to do so. So we're doubling the amount of the exhale, the length of the exhale. Maintaining the yogic breath, the full yogic breath, into the belly, into the chest, out of the chest, out of the belly, and maintaining that small pause at the very bottom of the exhale. feeling that wash of relaxation. So to achieve double the rate of exhale, the length of exhale, you've got to control the exhale from the top end. So you draw that full yogic breath into the belly, into the chest. Then it's a slow release out of the chest, then out of the belly. Pausing for a moment at the bottom end, feeling that wash of rest. Take the next breath in naturally. Remember, no force, no strain. So if it's not quite double in length, no big deal. Just take the next breath in when you need to. See if you can lengthen the exhale as much as you can and then achieve the pause at the bottom. Relaxing every cell, every tissue fibre from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. Mind wanders and you lose control of the breath, you lose the breath altogether, then just relax for a moment and come back to the beginning of the inhale, into the belly, into the chest, out of the chest, out of the belly. Pause at the bottom of the exhale, relax. Draw the next breath into the belly, into the chest. See if you can lengthen the exhale to double, if you can, the length of the inhale. Bringing those three layers together, the full yogic breath, the pause at the bottom of the exhale, the lengthened exhale. And if you feel you have the pattern well and truly established, then you might like to remove your hands off to the side, off your belly. Allow them to relax, but maintain the practice, the pranayama practice. Full yogic breath, diaphragm into belly, then into chest. Out of chest, out of belly. Pausing at the bottom of the exhale to relax completely before drawing the next breath in. And then doubling, or at least extending the length of the exhale. Remember the intimate connection between mind and breath, and the intimate connection between breath and nervous system. If you lose one, you lose all. This three-layered pattern of breathing keeps your mind focused on breath. So then the breath can impact nervous system and bring the nervous system into a deep sense of rest. So wherever you are with this breathing technique, finish the one that you're doing and then perform 5 more exactly as you are. Into the belly, into the chest. Extending the exhale from the chest, then the belly, and then pausing at the bottom of the exhale before taking in the next breath. 5 more. Only once you've completed, then allow the breath to fall naturally. You can release the layered breathing technique, but stay intimately connected to your breath. And now notice, the quality,
the length. The subtlety of your breath. Maintaining your connection and your awareness of the breath. Expand your awareness so every subtle exhale, your whole body relaxes. As you naturally exhale, all the fibers in your body release tension. All the fibers of your face, your jaw, your neck and shoulders, arms and hands, hips and legs and feet. Every exhale, your body relaxes even more into your mat or your floor. Like your body's molding into your mat. And the breath is the key to that relaxation. The breath is the key to the mind's attention. The more awareness you bring to your breath, the more the body is able to relax with every out-breath. To come into that deep sense of rest, cellular rest, and healing. heart rate slows, your blood pressure lowers. And the whole body experiences peace and calm. The state of tranquility that promotes healing. Your breath is the key. Take in a long, slow, deliberately deep breath. Feel the belly, feel the rib cage, and then once the breath is full, let it go out with a sigh. Do that again. A deliberately full breath. Sighing out. One more, just like that. Notice how you feel. This practice is such a gift, especially during challenging times. Our nervous system got such a beating. It's constantly on high alert. This practice brings balance back to the body so the body can heal itself, can rest. Much needed rest. Gently move your fingers and your toes. Just notice what that feels like. After such a deep state of rest, you can circle out your wrists, your ankles, maybe a little sway of the head, and start to bring some more movement into the body. If you want to take a stretch, arms up and overhead, legs long, then you can do that. Just whatever you do, take it slowly, make the breaths a bit deeper, and see if you can, even as you're starting to wake the body back up again, maintain that connection with breath, connection with self, and deep sense of rest. Only when you feel ready, you're going to help yourself up to a seated position. So if you need to roll over onto a side, you've been lying down for quite a while, so make sure you come up slowly. Lie to a side or just peel yourself up. If you needed to open your eyes, close them again once you're up, and bring your palms together at heart center. We'll seal our Nidra practice off with a gentle vibration of Om. Take a breath. Notice how smoother and fuller the breath is. Bring your thumbs to third eye center and we bow to each other, to the practice, to our higher selves, acknowledging each other, acknowledging the practice, and acknowledging the higher self that it unites us. Together we are one. Together we say Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you for joining, and we hope you have an epic night's sleep. Rest up. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.